Sujal, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I started working with React, went through the tutorials and everything. Then I started implementing it. So I changed this JavaScript prompt functionality to a React component on the EDU dashboard. Uh, on the courses overview page. Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, great. Good. Thanks for the update. Vijaya?
Patrick, I'm working on the RSpec test for the job seeker mailer template. I'm getting error. I have blocker right now.
Okay. Do you want to connect up right after this then?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Sage, do you want to give an update?
Sure. I've been working on getting the styling right for displaying a Wikipedia article rendered as it shows up on Wikipedia right from the dashboard. And I actually just got through the blocking problem that I was having related to jQuery and which URL it tries to fetch things from for AJAX requests. So I'm close to shipping that now, and no blockers.
Great. Sounds like good progress. I will go next, I guess. So since yesterday, I think I've been solely working on creating stories that came out of work over the weekend on a story that I'm doing for MetPlus. Found some bugs and some things that need to be addressed for go live. And I also have been working on that particular story from the weekend today. So I've had some time to work on that. And that is it for me, no blockers. And Hinesh, welcome to the Scrum. Do you want to maybe just introduce yourself? Tell us what you're all about.
Yeah, so I'm working as a junior Perl developer at the moment. I'm doing Ruby roles in my spare time. Just quite keen to get involved with the open source community.
Okay, good. Sounds good. And Hinesh, I think you said you wanted to learn more about the MetPlus project today as well. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Let's see now. Are you available? Let's see. So Vijay and I will connect up right after the Scrum. In fact, let's call the Scrum done now. So we're good there. So Vijay and I needs to connect up on her story she's working on.
Okay.
You're free to watch if you are, but it might be kind of, yeah, okay, Sage. Vijay, I guess if you guys need to connect up, you guys can do that. I'm going to keep this channel alive, if you will, for Vijaya's work.
See you later.
Okay, take care now. Yep. Bye for now.
Bye.
Yeah, so if you drop, Hinesh, no worries. I'll just connect up with you directly on Slack, let you know I'm available again.
Okay, no worries.
And then we can go over the project itself and maybe get you started with the story.
Okay, excellent. Cheers.
Okay, take care. Bye now.
Okay.
All right, so Vijaya, where are we at now?
Yeah, first I will show the template to you, the date related thing.
Okay.
Then we'll go through the testing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the template I changed after we discussed.
I can't see your screen yet.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just looking.
Okay. Now we can see.
Okay, yep, I see it. This message from the administrator of the PET system for the job seekers. We have an example of an introductory sentence from... Hi, Michael. We actually completed the Scrum. We're now into pair programming on MetPlus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it went quick. It was a quick update from everybody. So we have some example on introductory sentence and some of the other emails.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, I tell you what. Why don't we fiddle with the language later when we got the logic issues worked out? Okay. Yeah.
I changed this is the on the date and on day, month and date.
Yeah, that looks a lot better than just the UTC time coming from the database.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, this the template is working and I ran the Rail server, but the testing I screen. This is the error I am getting. The template is not loading it.
Says the template.
Yeah.
Java renders a template. Let's see. Undefined method created at. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, I used this method in HAML template, HTML that HAML template for getting the date.
yeah. So it looks like yeah. So let's look at that job seeker mailer test.
Okay. This is the test. All tests are failing. It is not showing the headers also rendered to the.
So okay. So you've got a job to which job seeker is applying, and which one is all of these are failing, right? Starting with
Yeah,
A.
all of this failing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I had syntax error. I fixed that one. Now the all tests are running except this template related tests are failing. If you want, I'll put
Let's look at the job revoke method and job seeker mailer.
Okay.
Well, that's the template. I mean, in the mailer.
Yeah, I will go.
Okay. Job seeker. All right, and let's look at the template now. Job revoke job seeker. So where are you setting up the instance variables, job seeker and job? Let's go back to the mailer again. Let's see. So let me remove. I can't see the button now. I can see it. Okay. So we've got job seeker and job. So we're going through each of the options, and we're creating an instance variable named the same as each of the arguments coming in, and we're giving it a value. So it should be seeing the job has job application. Okay, let me look at the template one more time. This is tough to, I have to strike back and forth between.
Yeah, if you want, I'll put the code into the GitHub. You can.
Okay, let's go look at your test again. No, your test code, your RSpec code.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I think what's happening here is that when you, so line 84 is you're evoking a method and you're passing in the objects job seeker and job. And And the let statements, 72 and 73, when the variables are actually referenced in a test, those let statements are executed. They're not executed until the variable is referenced in a test. The problem is that internal to job revoked method, we call a template that is looking for an application attached to the job. Now, line 76, you're attaching you're creating an application for the job for that job seeker, which is good. However, we don't actually execute the creation of the application until that application variable is referenced in a test. So for line 88, we're going down to creating this mail, but we haven't attached an application to the job for that job seeker because that variable is not referenced in a test yet. So what we need to do there on 75, you just have to put a bang after the let word.
Okay.
Bang means don't wait until the application variable is referenced. Go ahead and create the object now, which means we will create the application, and the mailer should see that application attached to the job, or attached to the job seeker. So why don't you save that and let's run that test again.
I forgot to put the line number of that test.
That's okay. It's probably a pretty short RSpec
Yeah.
file, right?
Only 4-5 tests. Yeah.
Okay, no failure. So what's going on here? Undefined method ID for nil class. Back 76. Okay, let's see what line 76 is. Okay. And what is the line number in the model file it's referring to? Is it line 58? The error message? What does it say? Line 58. Let's look at line 58. So that's the apply method. Undefined method ID. Yeah, John. And we're looking for 50. Yeah, there we go. Ah, yes. So we need to attach a resume to the job seeker for a valid application. We can't apply without the job seeker having a resume because the resume is sent to the company upon application. So in addition, after line 77, just go to the next line. And here you just want to do factory girl create. We don't need a let statement for this one. We just want to add something to the database.
Why are you creating one on, wow, never mind.
And then friends, colon resume. Comma, space, job seeker. And then right friends. So that'll attach a resume to that job seeker. Now let's save and rerun.
Don't you have something similar on 74?
Yeah.
Oh, we do, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. I put it here. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, forget that. Thanks, Michael. Doesn't even look at the. So delete line 78. Just
78?
delete, yeah, just delete the whole line.
Okay.
And then on 74, put a bang after the let, so that we create the resume in the database. And then save that. And now let's look. Still got a problem. It's failing. Oh, wait a minute. Made it press that one.
Yeah.
Just seems to be taking a long time. Okay, renders the body. Another problem here. So let's see what that looks
Yeah,
like.
that is the problem.
What's that?
Before this is also a problem, the body thing.
Okay, so this is what's happening here. Expect mail to have body text, a job, some regex thing.
Yeah, I did not use the regex also in front of the text.
See, the actual body was, what do we have? We have John Doe, blah, blah, blah. So we have to compare your expected value for the text against the actual text you have in the header.
Okay.
Or your example, actually. If we just look at your example, it might be even easier to see it. So what's the text you're looking for? Are you looking for that second sentence, a job you had applied to has been removed?
Yeah.
And just that?
Yeah.
In fact, that's probably good enough. If we just test for that presence of that sentence, that's probably good enough. So why don't you just copy that second sentence, a job you had applied to. You could do that too. All right, let's do that. And then let's go look at your RSpec file. Okay. All right, let's see. So why don't you paste that sentence in so we can look at it. Anywhere, it's just a scratch, yeah. So you don't have to line it with anything. We're going to take it out later. I just want to see that example sentence in there. Yep. Okay. Okay, so your sentence here says a job, and then the title of the job is different, right? So your regex there, line 94, you're looking for, this is to let you know that you had applied to the job, and then regex quote job title.
Okay.
In fact, I would just do the first part of that. So where you have a job space slash parens slash n dot star?
Dot.
Yeah, so dot star, right? Yeah, go over one more space. Just delete that stuff.
From here?
From here to the left, parens, have body text. No. Delete to the left. All the way to the opening paragraph. That's just opening parens. No, just yeah, from that point forward to the right, delete until you get to the star. No, I'm sorry. Never mind. Undo that. So a job.
Okay.
Go to the one to the right. And then a space job. Just start selecting all of that. Not the slash. Not that. Yeah, from there, go to the right. And then all the way over to the star. No. The first star there on that same line before the hash mark. I wish I could do it. I wish we could
Here?
show. Up. Don't include the hash mark. Yeah, go ahead and delete that.
At
And
star also.
delete the star, yeah, please. Now let's take for 95, take the part, this is to let you know that you had applied to the job. Just take that sentence fragment and paste that in where you just deleted. And then space. And let's see, let's delete the rest of this. So on the next, it says job title, right
Yeah.
parens, curly brace, and then dot star. From dot star on, delete until we get to the next slash. So
Delete.
you want to be in column, this is line 94, column 123. I don't get that.
Yeah,
Oh, because it thinks you got one line going. Yeah,
I'm
okay. So just hit the left arrow twice. No, left arrow. 2 more times. Now delete from there to just keep going to the next line as well. Just select from there to the next line. Yeah, just keep going. Okay, yeah, right there. That's it. Delete that. Delete the backslash. Delete the
this
next
one.
2 periods. Yeah, delete the backslash and the period. So we're picking up a portion of the statement that you've got there in the text.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, delete line 95. We don't. Look, let me just check. This is to let you know that you had applied to the job.
You delete at the end of the regex.
Oh, so
You need a
go
slash.
hit left arrow once. Go to the left one. No, go to the right. No. One. Go to the right and stop right before the last parens there. One more to the right. Now you want a backslash or a slash, excuse me, /. There you go. And now 95, you can delete 95. Yeah, so that's good. So let's save that. And if you could just do, when we test, let's just do test at line number 93.
Okay.
Since I think the other one's succeeded, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we fail at? Expected what? Just let you know you applied to the job. Oh, of course. Let's go back to the RSpec file. Go back to the failure again. I'm sorry. It applied to this job my string, but did not. Actual body was.
It's the HTML, the href embedded in it.
Oh, right. Okay. But I thought the text would strip out the HTML. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, let's see how to get around that then. Let's go back to the RSpec file. Hold on here just a second. Let's see. And that is, okay, good. Okay, so what we can do here is do this in pieces. So in addition to line 94, we can have another expect, have body text, okay? And yeah, so let me, so I put in the chat something we can do there on the next line. So yeah, and then parens. You can just steal it from the chat window there.
Yeah, I think I can't copy this. I'll put it local and from there.
Okay.
This is the virtual machine. It is not allowing me to do anything.
Can you open the chat window in the browser for the Hangout?
Here in my virtual machine?
Yeah, exactly, in your virtual machine.
It takes a lot of time to do that when I tried before also.
If you move over to the left of the browser, does a window pop up there that gives you the option to see the chat? Yeah, can you look at the chat there?
Where, Patrick? Yeah, 1 second.
It's in your Hangout window?
Yeah, I can do it like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see the chat window?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see that expect statement there? Okay.
Yeah.
The hive body text needs a parens to start because it's a method call. So have body text, you have body text slash. You need to put a parentheses between text and the slash there. Yeah, exactly. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay, we go.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then on line 94, let's strip out the regex job title business.
This one?
Yeah. Just take that out to the all the way to the slash.
Okay.
Yeah, you still need the slash and the parens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so here we're just looking for, we expect some text there. And then we also expect to see a link to the actual job that they applied to. So that's what that job URL business is all about. That's a Rails helper, of course.
Okay.
So that should get around that problem we were having. So if you can save that and run it again. I don't know if the line number changed or not, but I guess not.
Oh, 990.
Well, we can check, make sure we got all of them. Okay. All right. What do we happening here? Oh, we got to look at that error message. Is there any way that you'd increase the size of your screen there? Wait,
This is the maximum size for me.
that is the max? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll live with it then. Expect the body to have this is to let you know, but did not. Actual body was. Blah, blah,
But that
blah.
actual body was HTML message.
It seems to be going in and out of. Okay, so this is to let you know that you had applied to the job. Why is it not saying that?
Here.
Is there an actual new line in the email at that point?
Yeah.
In the email template?
Yeah. If you have any other question, that is the new one.
Let me see the email template again.
Okay.
The actual code, the template HTML. Hamel. Oh. It'll let you know it applied to the job. Yeah, you have a new. Okay, so let's go back to the regex. Okay, so you had applied to the job space / remove the space after job. Yeah, just hit left arrow twice where your cursor is right now. Yeah, remove that space. Okay, save. And let's try it again. 93 is the right line number. Okay, let's just run that whole file again. Just make sure we didn't break anything else. Don't think we did, but so we broke that statement you were looking for into two. One is just standard text, and the other is the actual URL that is returned by the URL job. Excuse me, the job URL helper. We could have put that all back into one sentence and do some HTML escape on the path file, and that would have fixed our regex problem in one sentence. But I just find it easier to break it up into two different tests. One looking for static text, the other one looking for the anchor element returned by job URL. So we confirmed that you got your standard text there. We confirmed we actually have a link to the job that had been applied to by the job seeker, and so we're good. Was that it in terms of, so you can probably clean up, remove that and all that nonsense, but anything else, Vijay, was that
Yeah,
it?
only Patrick, this one. Yesterday, Patrick, my computer did not respond.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem at all.
I sent an email to Gmail. I have no way to contact you.
Yeah, I didn't see your email till later. I rely so much on Slack.
Yeah, I
even
can
email
send
anymore.
directly from Slack. It is not taking the replies.
Do you have Slack on your phone?
No, Patrick.
You should get it. What kind of phone do you have?
Yeah, I have Android phone.
Yeah, you can get the Slack app on your phone. It works. I have an iPhone. It works really well.
Okay, I will check. And
Case
I
you
forget the Slack password also. That's why I can't connect another computer through the Slack.
Ah, I see.
All
Gotcha.
my data here, that is also problem.
Yep.
Yesterday,
No,
yeah.
got it.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. I will update my PR based on this data.
Yeah, okay. And then once your PR is updated, I'll go ahead and just put some
Okay,
updated static language for the template itself.
okay, I will update after that.
Yeah, but let's get those code changes in first, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
okay.
All right.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye now. So Hinesh, would you like to go over the project a little bit?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So Hinesh, where are you, by the way? Where are you located?
London.
Oh, you're in London. Aha. Makes sense. So what? It's about what 7:30 in the evening there now?
Yeah, 7:38. 7:38
Okay.
p.m.
All right, great. So before we start, Hinesh, maybe you can tell me what you've reviewed in terms of the project itself, both on the AV side as well as the repo.
So I've seen the front end. I've just set up my dev environment now. I've seen some pages haven't been implemented yet, and just got a general feel for it. It's basically a recruitment agency site, essentially.
Yeah, it's what they call a jobs agency.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's good. Good start. Let me share my screen.
Mhm.
And let's see. Can you see my screen okay?
Yep, perfect.
All right, great. So so what did you get a chance to look at the wiki on our GitHub repo by any
I've
chance?
looked briefly at it, not too much in detail at the moment.
You've been spending more time in the project setup, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I won't belabor it too much,
Mhm.
but I'll just go over a few things here. Let's see. Okay, so first, what else do I want to go over? I've got this stuff. We'll come back to that.
Mhm.
All of this good stuff. Yeah. So it'd be good if you have a chance to go over, look at the wiki, maybe start with onboarding new team members. We'll go over that really quickly. But
Okay.
yeah, so the project overview really just talks about who our client is for
Yep.
this. It's a client called Met Plus.
Mhm.
And they're a jobs agency, as he calls himself, and they're a nonprofit, and they're trying to hook up employers with job seekers.
Okay.
It sounds a lot like your standard recruitment agency, except these guys are nonprofits, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a difference in how they operate. But they have people at the agency they call job developers.
Mhm.
They also have case managers, etc. But job developers really act as brokers between employers and job seekers, and they're supposed to get to know both parties and try to find a match. So that's what they do.
Okay.
And we've been working with the client to develop a SaaS app that will help them manage the activity involved with that brokering effort. We also have the ability for job seekers, you saw, to go in and look at jobs and post their resume and apply to a job.
Yep.
And company people can come in and create jobs, create job descriptions, review applicants for jobs, things like that.
Mhm.
So that's what we've been doing. You can read a little bit more about what they do here, but that's pretty much it. So in terms of the purpose of this app, we've got 3 different audiences. I mentioned one is the people in the jobs agency.
Yep.
The second is the job seeker.
Mhm.
And the last would be company people.
Okay.
People associated with the company want to post jobs, stuff like that. Real briefly, I don't want to belabor. Actually, I just have a high-level picture of what the architecture looks like. So what kind of development work are you doing now, Hinesh? What kind of technology are you working with?
Perl at the moment, junior developer on Perl, and also I do Ruby on Rails in my spare time. So I've got 2 apps out there. It's just really,
Oh, you do?
yeah, just my skills really.
Got it. Okay, good. Well, in terms of our application, our architecture looks like this. So what we spend most of our time, and I spend all my time on, is the Ruby on Rails app, which is the front end.
Yep.
What we call the front end, and we're serving views to the user using Ruby on Rails.
Yeah.
We don't have a JavaScript framework on the front end trying to do the UI for us. We do use JavaScript for DOM updates, so we don't have to update the whole screen. We do a lot of that as we find it useful to improve the user experience. But generally, we're saving views out of Rails.
Okay.
And so it's a standard Rails architecture here. On the back end, what we call the cruncher. We call it the cruncher because its mission in life is to crunch the text of job descriptions and crunch the text of resumes and then categorize each and see if it can find a match. And we're using a Bayesian model, classification model, to do that. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's Bayesian. It's a classification technique where you can take a body of text and teach the Bayesian classifier what that body of text. You can say this body of text is, well, these Bayesian filters are used a lot, or Bayesian algorithms are used a lot in spam filters. Spam filter you're using either in the cloud or in your client most likely uses the Bayesian classification. And so a lot of times your email will ask you, is this spam or not? And if you say, yes, it's spam, it does just move it to your spam folder. It also updates the classification model for the Bayesian algorithm. So it learns better how to recognize an email that's spam and what's not spam.
Okay, makes sense.
So that's what happens. So we're in the process of getting job descriptions from the client and resumes against those job descriptions for categories, like, say, medical technician is a category. So we want samples of job descriptions for medical technician, and we want samples of resumes for for medical technician. We will train the classifier to say these job descriptions you can classify as medical technician, these resumes as well. And they will learn, this time when a new resume comes in or a new job description comes in, and hopefully we'll be able to match that if it's learned what that job description or resume looks like. Oh yeah, this is a medical technician resume. So that's why we call it the cruncher. It crunches text. And so it keeps in its database job descriptions as entered by companies on the front end, and resume text is entered by job seekers on the front end. And it keeps that in a Mongoid database.
Okay.
And this whole thing here is implemented in Java. So the back end is all Java and Mongo. Front end is all Ruby on Rails and PostgreSQL.
Okay.
So that's basically it. So when you hear terms like cruncher or resume cruncher or job cruncher, that's all referring to the back end here.
Okay, makes sense.
And pretty much everything else is on the front end. And when you are running your acceptance tests, for instance, so in our RSpec tests, tell me if that doesn't mean anything to you, but in our unit and functional test, RSpec test, we stub out any external calls, including calls to the cruncher.
Okay.
Your acceptance test, when you run the Cucumber test, it's actually making calls to the cruncher.
Okay.
Cruncher lives out there in the cloud. I think it's on a Red Hat cloud or something. Yep. So that's what's going on there. So that's probably more than you need to know right now, but just to let you know. We use Bootstrap on the front end, things like that. There's some gems we use that might be useful to know about.
Okay.
Don't need to belabor those. And in terms of our environment, code environment, we have basically 2 code repos, only one of which is listed here, which is the front end for the Rails side. We also have a repo for the back end, the cruncher, which I didn't list here. I probably should have. And then we have a tracker repo, which is basically, it tracks issues or stories required for the project.
Okay.
I'll show you what that means in a minute. So that's basically our code base and our issue tracking, all in GitHub, 2 code repos and 1 issues tracker.
Okay.
I'll show you what that looks like right now. So the issues itself, if I were to open that up, I would see something like this. Your standard GitHub
repo,
issues, you know, so here's my issues. But we don't tend to look at it that way. We use this overlay on top of GitHub that actually is written by the GitHub people called Waffle.
Okay.
And that's what this is. So if I were to click on that, I would go to this, which is where our issues list. This looks like your standard project board.
Yeah.
You know, backlog, sprint, ready, in progress type of stuff. You can see people's pictures or icons are here if they've taken ownership of a story. Need review means there's a pull request in place that we need to comment on, and done means things that have been done within the last few days, I think.
Okay.
That's essentially what's going on here.
Cool.
Yeah. So in order to contribute to the project, you'd actually have to be added as a collaborator
Mhm.
to the GitHub repos. And to do that, Hinesh, I would need your GitHub username. Why don't you DM me, direct message
Yeah.
me on Slack?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then I don't have the rights to actually add you to GitHub. Hua does, another
Okay.
senior person on the project. So I'll send your name along to him.
Mhm.
He'll get that done. He's working during the day. I'll get that done tonight.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know when it's done, and you could come in here, and if you want to take a story after we talk about it, you can do so.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. All right. So there's that. So one other thing is just to let you know, we're building toward our minimum viable product, our release alpha, if you will. And there's a page here that's linked from the AV site as well. I think the more interesting page is listed here, which is a Google spreadsheet.
Okay.
And these are features that we had a ton of features that we had to develop for our MVP, for first release. The problem is that the client felt he needed real business value to start using it. So any real business value comprised a significant amount of features, as you can see here. Usually we'd like to deliver with 1/10 of these and build as the user uses it, but he would have found it just laborious to use and not of business value to him. So the green
That's
means
the problem with clients, isn't it? Really.
What's that?
I think that's the problem with clients. They want an epic instead of an MVP. You just can't win.
Exactly. And so we probably should have been more aggressive in pushing him to take an earlier version that was much less feature rich. But who knows? So I think we've built a lot of stuff that he's going to say, this is not working for me. Well, okay, we'll fix it. That's all right. So anyway, green means done. Red means we've worked with the client and he's agreed that, yeah, I don't need that on the first release. We can do that later. White means it's not done or it is in the process of being worked on. So you can see we're mostly green. We've got some stories still underway. All of these stories here for MVP have basically been started, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't mean there aren't stories to work on. So there's that. There's also in this wiki a link to a demos page if you wanted to get a flavor of how some of this stuff works.
Yep.
There's some description how the background for the demos, and then there are, I think, something like 8 demos here. Invite another job developer to join Pets. So the process of becoming a member of Pets, if you're an agency, Pets is the system, by the way, public employee tracking system. So if you're a new agency employee, you can't just go to the site and say, hey, I just joined up, here's my email, my password, I'm in. You actually have to be invited by the agency administrator from within the system. So there's an invitation process to become an agency person, also a company person. And the job seeker can go in and register right away, but we also confirm their email by sending them an email that has a link for confirmation. And when they click that, we know we're dealing with a real email address. And then their account is enabled. Are you familiar? You're not familiar with Devise then, probably not.
Yeah, I've used Devise quite a bit.
Oh, you have? Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is all Devise. What I just said was all done by Devise with our customization. Yeah. So yeah, Devise is pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah.
Amazing what it does.
You know what? I work with Perl. Yeah. One of the things I like about Ruby is just everything's there. With Perl, it's all manual. It's such a headache sometimes.
Really? What do you mean manual? You mean you have to build it yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, yeah. Without Ruby Gems, I don't know what we'd do. So Ruby on Rails was powerful enough as it is, and then Ruby Gems just make it a no-brainer for a selection.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. So you've already been working on the dev environment, setting that up, so that's good. So in terms of our process, so what we do every day, well, actually Monday through Thursday, we have the 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 7 p.m. your time, Scrum meeting. We also have another Scrum meeting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 in the morning my time. So that's for people on the team. We have some people in India, in Singapore, and South Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
For whom this time is not appropriate.
Yeah.
So there's a Martin Fowler Scrum regularly every day. And so I attend that every day, and Sam does too. Sam is the founder of Agile Ventures.
Mhm.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we tend to talk a little bit more about MetPlus because that's when some of the team might show up.
Yeah.
So it's your choice if you wanted to join at 6:30 would be 1:30 in the afternoon your time, I think,
Yeah.
or this time. It's up to you.
Maybe the 2 p.m. would be better because I work full time myself. So
Okay, got it. And we use Slack. We already talked about that. I'm sure you subscribe to
Yep.
all of this stuff. And we have a client meeting. It was Saturdays, but I think we've changed it now to be every 2 weeks on the first Monday that starts a new sprint at something like 12:30. Half past noon.
yeah.
So anyway, there's that. So recommended steps to get oriented. So you've already been poking around on the Agile Ventures site. There's some stuff there that might be useful to scan. Don't read it in detail.
Okay.
Just a quick scan to get a flavor of what might be there.
Yep.
You're already starting to stand up the app, which is great,
Mhm.
and starting to look at code. You may want to look at some of the demos. If not, don't worry about it. If you do look at demos, there are seeded accounts that you can use to log in at various roles, like an agency
Okay.
administrator, etc., listed here, and review stories on Waffle.
Excellent.
So why don't we do that last one right now, if you've got a little more time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. So what we put in the ready column are stories that have been, reviewed by the team and have been voted on.
Yep.
Except these three here that I'm looking at are moving to production stories. So we haven't voted on those. They're just chores that we have to get done as we
Yeah.
transition to MVP. We want to make sure we're in a production environment that's going to be sufficient to the task. So we don't really have here anything right now that might be appropriate for you to grab. However, we do have a bunch of stories here that you could take a look at. Once you get a collaborator, you become a collaborator.
Yep.
You can, well, let's see. Let's find something that's got a little bit more meat to it. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So this story, I just grabbed it because it's got a little bit more text here.
Yeah.
A little more interesting. But if you wanted to take this particular story, for instance, you could go and you could say under assignees, you would see your name once you're added.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and assign yourself. And then what you would do at that point, in fact, I'm going to, just to prevent confusion, I'm going to unassign myself. But let's say you did, then what you would do is you would move this over. First of all, you'd be doing it from the ready column.
Yeah.
You'd move it over to in progress. Just grab it and drop it in there.
Okay.
That's all you need to do. And then we'll see your icon or your picture up there. We'll see that we'll be aware that you're working on it. So that's pretty much it.
And the voting, for when I pick up a story, do you do the voting straight away or do I vote and then put in?
Oh, no, we vote as a team.
Okay.
What we try to do is we try to have 3 team members present. But since we don't have that, well, we can hold off on voting right now. You can go ahead and when you get at it, go ahead in sprint creation and take a story that you want to work on, move it over to in progress. And when we have a quorum, maybe tomorrow at 12:30 at the 6:30 Scrum, I'll have a quorum and I can vote on some of these stories in the sprint creation column.
Okay. I'll have a look and pick something up and then go from there.
Okay. Do you want to go over any of these?
It looks okay for the moment. What I'll do, if I do, I'll just give a message on Slack and then just have a call.
Okay. Yeah. They should be mostly self-explanatory, but some of them are pretty, this one I wrote pretty well. Yeah. Okay, this one I wrote up pretty well. So yeah, just take a shot at this.
Yeah.
Have you used RSpec?
I'm starting to learn about RSpec, so as I get more into it, I'll get more involved into it.
Okay. So this one, for instance, add model units. So there's a model called events,
Mm-hmm.
event.rb,
Mm-hmm.
and there are spec test in event spec.rb. This handles various events. There's an event called other JD apply.
Okay.
That particular event does not have any. We don't, for the methods around that particular event, we don't have any tests in our spec file. So
Okay.
tests have to be, and you'll be able to, when you open event spec.rb, if you did this, you see the pattern of how the other events are tested. And it should be self-explanatory. You'll have to walk through the event code, see what's happening,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But
That might be
part
good
of it is,
to get familiar with it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it'll take you longer than usual, and it should, because part of it is just coursing through the code and trying to figure out what's going on
Yeah.
beyond just adding tests for things.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me have a poke around, then we'll go from there.
All right, so I think here from 508, all these refactor. So from 501 on up, it looks like we've got 9 stories that could be taken by you. I think they're all doable by somebody who has some programming experience but is not familiar with the system. It's just like just a learning opportunity.
Okay, excellent.
As well as adding value.
Yeah, definitely.
Learn enough.
Okay.
Oh, good. So are you looking to move into ROR development, or?
Yeah, I want to go into Ruby on Rails, more modern technology really, because I was looking at Python, but I want to try and master one language first before I move to another.
Yes. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like working with Perl, but it's just too old. I don't think no one's going to use it in the future. So.
Perl, yeah, you don't hear much about Perl anymore.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good language at the time, but that's definitely been superseded by other languages.
Yeah, it's sad this day, isn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah. I would think so. And it doesn't have the ecosystem of open source and community and the gems and all that stuff. So
I mean, I heard Python's come out quite a bit now as well. So Python,
it has.
Yeah.
It's enjoying a resurgence because it plays a strong role, I think, in data analytics.
Yeah,
exactly. A lot of libraries that you can use for big data stuff. I don't know, have you ever studied Python?
I've had a brief look at it. I mean, I know the syntax. It's just more getting in-depth involved into it, really.
Yeah, I took a run at I had to learn it for a MOOC that I took, a course that I took. And it's okay. I mean, I don't find it nearly as aesthetically pleasing or fun to work with as Ruby.
No, no.
Yeah, Ruby is just a very, very awesome language in terms of happiness, you know?
Yeah, it's so simple to do as well. It's so amazing. Okay.
Well, it's simple, but deceptively simple, right? Because
exactly. Oh, especially working with Perl, you look at it and think, I could do this in 2 lines. In Perl, it's like 10 lines.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then what you can do with active record queries just blows my mind every time I work with it.
Oh, exactly. It's amazing. Okay, let me take that on board and then go from there.
Right. Sounds good, Hinesh. Good talking to you, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, you too. Cheers, mate.
Ping me if any problems.
No worries. Thank you.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.